Welcome to the Light, Hope, and Healing podcast, where we discuss why you have stress, anxiety, pain, illness, and how to heal from it. I am your host, Tracy. My background is a healing coach, energy healer, spiritual mentor, intuitive, and channel. Hi everyone, welcome back to my podcast. This week's topic is when friendships and relationships fall away, why it's important to look at your part in it. So I have done a video that came out on Monday, and this podcast is coming out on Friday. And so I will link it below. That topic is when friendships and relationships falling away. What does that mean? So this one's is kind of, I wanted to carry it on even more to discuss what you need to look at for your part in it, so you can heal or take care of what you needed to get from that relationship falling away, because there's always a reason for everything, right? And even if you feel it's the other person's fault or they did something to hurt you or whatever, you still want to look at your part in it, because there's always two sides. And there's always two sides when relationships or friendships fall apart. So you really want to look at that for yourself and see what it is you need to heal and work on. So we discussed, friendships and relationships falling away, right? So it's either one person's vibrations are raising higher, the soul contract's finished, you're both moving in different directions. It's one of those things. And in all of those, there is a reason that they're falling apart, right? But one of those reasons is you came into each other's lives to work on something, to cause something to happen that would in turn make you look at stuff inside of you that needs to heal, right? So whether it's you were the problem or the other person was the problem, where you hurt each other or whatever, you need to look at what was your part in that. Because most cases, you also, even if it's the other person hurt you, right? You could have hurt the person also. I don't know. I've had both situations where I've done the hurting, consciously or unconsciously, but when I look back, I did hurt the person, right? You want to look at that and what was your part in it. And you want to look at why that happened for yourself and what inside of you needs to heal, right? So when the relationship falls apart, whether it's a friendship or a relationship, you want to look at what inside of you needs to be worked on, okay? Because regardless, like I've said, regardless if you were the one that hurt or left, or that other person was the one that was hurt or left, there's something inside of you that needs to heal from it, okay? So be honest with yourself. This is what you need to do in your everyday life anyway, is start being honest with yourself. What are you doing in relationships that might be causing disharmony or hurt, right? Because we all can hurt other people, or probably do, consciously or unconsciously, just from our traumas in the past, okay? So it's very important to start looking at what is your part when there is a conflict or a falling away of a relationship. Then what you need to do once you've maybe understand that, or even before you understand that, you want to let go of the anger. So letting go of the anger, of losing somebody, losing a relationship or a friendship because you feel alone or you feel powerless or whatever it is, you want to let go of the anger. And a lot of times that is looking at your part, understanding all sides of it, and letting it go. Because when you truly can get to a place where you can look at all sides of a situation, not take things personally, understand there is a purpose and a reason for everything, then you can kind of let go of the anger. Also understanding there's times in our lives where maybe we need to be alone. I talked about this in the video. We need to be alone. So we're forced to start looking at the stuff inside of us. Maybe that's the sole reason the relationship, friendship fell apart, is because you needed to be alone for a little bit. So you could start looking at yourself and looking at what needs to heal within yourself. Okay? And then once you do all of that, let the relationship go in peace. Just let it go in peace. Let the anger go. Let the stress and anxiety go with it. Just let it go in peace, because the friendship might come back, or it might not. And it's best just to let it go in peace and kind of leave it up to God, source, whatever you believe in, to, if that person's supposed to be in your life, they'll come back. But if not, that relationship contract was done and it was time to move on. Because even if one of you's raising your vibrations and the other one's not, it could be a couple of things there too. If you are the one raising your vibration, the other one's not, this breakup in friendship or relationship could be the thing that catapults that other person up, right? Or if it's you that's not, your vibration's not up there, this could be the breaking point to raise you up. There's just, I can't even get into every single scenario that could be as to why this relationship, friendship fell apart. But what you need to know is there is a reason for it. And you want to let it go in peace, not hold on to the anger, because what happens? It's causing you the pain. This is another thing that you need to pay attention to that's pulling you out of your peace, because losing relationships, whether it's a friendship or romantic relationship, it's very tough on people and you. I mean, I've been there, right? It's very hard on you because a lot of times it was a close relationship. Obviously, it was a close relationship if it's something that means this much to you that you're paying attention to it, that you're gonna, it's gonna kind of throw your whole life into turmoil, because maybe it's something or somebody you did a lot of things with, right? And now you don't have that, so you're gonna feel alone. But that's the point in this. It's about looking within, and it's time for you to start to look within, into what you need to heal in your life, because whatever that relationship was, it was meant to be for that time period, and now it's time to work on yourself so you can come back out into the world in a better place, in a higher vibration, and he's starting to heal or have healed yourself from these past traumas. Okay? So take the time when a relationship is falling apart and work on yourself, because that's the point, probably the bottom line of any time you lose a friendship or relationship. It's important to take the time to look at what needs to be healed within you. What part did you have in that relationship falling apart? Because a lot of times that is something you need to look at within yourself. Okay? The other person could be totally wrong. They could have done the most things to you or the relationship falling apart. But you still want to look at your part in it. Because we all have a part. There's always two sides to every situation. Okay? In all my relationships, friendships that's fallen apart, sometimes I was the one that did the hurt, and sometimes the other person was the one that did the hurt. But in all situations, I always had somewhat of a part in it. Okay? And that's when you start to grow, is when you can sit back and look at your part. And maybe that is what the whole purpose of this relationship falling apart was, for you to start looking at your part in relationships and to start looking at what inside you needs to heal. This is just another sign for you to look at what needs to heal within inside of you. Okay? So if you haven't seen the video I did, go back and watch that. I will link it below in the description. That's all that I have for today. Just with everything in your life, right? Everything. Look at your part. Look at when you're angry. Look at when you're stressed. Look at when you have the anxiety. Look at what's going on inside of you. This is just another thing. When a friendship falls apart, a relationship falls apart, it's another thing to show you what needs to heal within you. Okay? So just start paying attention. And that's how you begin to heal yourself. And it's a beautiful thing once you can understand that and not put the blame always on somebody else or put the whole blame on somebody else, is look at your part in it, because we all have a part in relationships, and when they fall apart, we all do have a part in it, okay? All right, so if you like this podcast and it helped you, but you feel you need more, because I all this information I give you in the podcast and the videos can help you. Now what happens though is you listen to it, you're all gung-ho, and you go do the stuff that we talk about for a couple of days, and you remember it for a couple of days, but then you forget and you fall off. I have a membership group that gives you the accountability to stay on track, to remember, to keep remembering the things that you can do to help yourself heal, and keep doing it, keep healing, keep staying on the path of healing rather than fall back into your old patterns. It's only $9.99 a month. We meet twice a month on Tuesdays where we have topics and I answer questions. On Mondays, I do a message for the whole group. And on Wednesdays, you post what you want healing sent to, and I send you healing. And also on the Tuesdays we meet, I do healing in that Zoom call. So we would love to have you in there. It helps give you an accountability. You have others in there that will support you, and I'm in there. And we have a Facebook group where you post, you can post questions, and I'm in there, and all the others are there to help support you, to help remind you that the tools you have to keep yourself on the healing journey. So that's what I've got for today. Let's get ready for the healing meditation. If you are driving or using heavy machinery, you need to stop listening to the podcast now, because we are going to be doing a healing meditation, and the energy is very powerful and can make you sleepy and lose concentration. Come back when you stop driving or using the heavy equipment and enjoy the healing meditation. All right, go ahead and close your eyes. I want you to imagine the violet flame below your feet. It's coming up and around and through your whole body. It's cleansing, clearing, and purifying everything. Any negative thoughts that come up, just put it in the violet flame. Any anger, stress, frustration, just put it in the violet flame. Anything you feel that has come from others, any anger, any arguments, any traffic incidences, just put that in the violet flame. That is not yours to deal with, that is theirs. And then finally, anything from the consciousness that you feel you may have picked up on, just put it in the violet flame to transmute. All right, now I want you to take a deep breath in, hold it, and then exhale. Take another deep breath in, hold it, and this time on the exhale, relax your body. One last deep breath in, hold it, on the exhale, release everything that's no longer serving you into that violet flame. Now I want you to imagine gold light coming down from God's source to the top of your energy. It gets to the top of your energy and it splits apart and goes all the way around to below your feet and then connects back. So you're in this bubble of gold light of protection from God's source. Now, again, I want you to imagine gold light coming down from God's source, whatever your belief is, into the top of your head. It goes all the way down to your heart. It fills up your heart with that gold light. You're going to open your heart up now, and you're going to send gold light to those that have harmed you. And it's okay. You're sending this gold light to heal the situation. You don't have to hang around the people. You don't have to be around them. You don't even have to talk to them. But you're healing the situation for you because it affects you and your health. So go ahead and send that gold light now to those that have harmed you. and be at peace with it, because like I said, you do not need to hang around them, talk to them, or anything like that. Just healing the situation for you. So send that gold light now to those that have harmed you. All right, when you feel that's done, send gold light to those you have harmed. And if you can't think of anybody, put the intention out there that it goes to those you have harmed, because we all have done it. We just might not even realize it. And you want to heal this for you and them. So send gold light now to those you have harmed. Now I want you to add sending gold light to all of your family. So go ahead and add sending the gold light to your family now. Now add sending gold light to everyone in your city. Now add sending gold light to everyone in your state. And now add sending gold light to everyone in your country. And now add sending gold light to everyone around the world. When you feel that's done, bring the gold light back into your heart. Take that gold light down your spine. It's going to split at your hips and go down both legs, out the bottom of your feet, down into Mother Earth. It's going to wrap around the crystals in Mother Earth and back up your feet, up your legs, connecting at your spine, all the way up your spine, out the top of your head, all the way up to God's source, and then back down into the top of your head again. So you're getting healing energy from God's source, earth, the crystals, and I'll send healing energy that comes through me from God's source. So sit back and relax, and I will send it now. All right, I want you to go ahead and take a deep breath in now. Hold it. And then exhale everything that came up in that healing that needs to be released into the violet flame that's around you. We're going to take that violet flame, send it back up to God's source to transmute it. Go ahead and open your eyes. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. And that's what I have for today. If you enjoyed this podcast, but you feel like you need a little bit more accountability, then I have a membership group. It's $9.99 a month. We meet twice a month on Tuesdays and do Tuesday tea, where we have topics or they ask questions. We also have Mondays where I do a message for the group, and Wednesdays you post what you want healing sent to, and I send it to you on Wednesdays. There's a great group of people in there. They're all going through the same thing as you, so you have that accountability to help keep you on track, because you listen to the videos or the podcasts and you get on down the road and they sound great at first, but then you forget. So this gives the accountability to keep you on track. And we'd love to have you in there. We have a great time and we help each other out. So all of the information is in the description below, and we'd love to have you in there. So that's what I've got for today. Go do something you love, something that lifts you up, brings you joy. Do at least one thing every day that brings you joy that you love to do. And then do one thing every day of self-care. Drink tea, Epsom salt bath, pray, meditate. Do at least one of those every day. And then look for the good in everything. And when you see something in someone, say it to them. Lift them up and lift yourself up. And finally, write 10 things you're grateful for. Do these things every day, and I promise you, you are going to see a difference in your life. That's all I have for today. Have a great day. I love you all, and I will see you next week.